Hey guys, Jess here. How are you? It's your weekly intuitive energy healing. You know I never remember the dates. It's for July 29th through August 4th. This is a week. I mean, we're in Leo season. I'm already going into the messages. We're in Leo season. We're going to have a new moon in Leo on the 4th, and Mercury retrograde is starting then. And we're really coming out of this emotional, divine feminine, receptive July and Cancer season into this much more progressive, um, productive, and also very like calm, strength driven Leo season and August. So, how are you guys doing? If you're new, welcome. If you're back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive. So, the way this works, guys, for my weekly is I pull 3 cards. I'm pulling from the Shadowscapes Tarot deck. It is really hot outside. So, I have more fans on and things like that. I hope that's okay and doesn't disrupt with the sound too much. I filmed a little video for my members in my hammock, which was really, really nice. And it's also not sturdy. It was a very casual video. By the way, memberships are up. If you're curious and you'd like some more in-depth healing, some energy chats, some astrology talk, stuff like that, please do check it out. And those of you who are already members, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really love the intimate community that it's going to form. And with that said, you know, the messages will most likely resonate with you because it's a smaller group that I'm tapping into. So for those of you who are new to Reiki, welcome. It's a harmonious energy healing modality that will never deplete. It will never cause harm. It has nothing to do with my energy at all. I'm just a conduit. But it does have to do with your willingness to collaborate with the energy. And by that, I don't mean work. I just mean a subconscious willingness, which, you know, the subconscious is that 95% of us that we're not aware of, right? That's where the majority of this healing happens. So there's trust and faith to be had in that. But it does not mean that you won't receive conscious sensations, messages, tingles, temperature changes, emotional releases, epiphanies, what have you. Okay, so welcome again. All right, guys. Yeah, like I said, we're going to have a new moon. We're going to be going into Mercury retrograde at the end of this week. Whenever you find this is when you're meant to find it, you know? So if it's not the week currently, I truly believe that it draws people in at the right time. All right, guys. So, how we feeling? We tired? I'm kind of tired. 3 for the collective for this week, please, to support their healing. July 29th to August 4th. 3 cards for the collective. 3 cards, please. There's one that like kind of came out, but it didn't. Yeah. Okay. Wow. The first thing. All right, guys. Already had our first cutout. Those of you who were with me last week and the week before, well, the week before especially, we had a lot of high energy coming in. Tech glitches. Maybe I'm starting to feel that pre-shadow Mercury retrograde already, so bear with me. I'll edit it the best of my ability. So the first thing that I saw immediately when the cards came out was the amount of blue just in all the cards. To me, it's going into that emotional element that I was talking about with Cancer season, but blue can also be our throat chakra, truth, expression. We'll see. Let me show you the cards first, and then we'll prep for Reiki. So we got the 9 of Cups. We got the 5 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Cups. Also, all cups, all water, all emotion. Bottom of the deck is the 3 of Swords. Interesting. So guys, before messages come through, let's just prep for Reiki, okay? I encourage you to not work. just become present with your body. Take a big breath and just feel yourself right here, right now. And we're going to take a moment and thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for the collective. Yeah, guys, a lot of heart chakra right now. Some of you have gone through a big transition or a loss, and it was a while ago, like maybe a month, 2, 3 months ago, and you're going through another wave, like another dip. Maybe you were feeling empowered before, and now you're going through just a little bit of a dip in your empowerment, in your vitality, in your energy. You know, even though I don't know about you guys, but July, because there wasn't a lot of productivity, but at the same time, we were regulating so many emotions and working through that's really draining. I know I'm exhausted. I've been transmuting my own and the collective's emotions for quite some time now. Last month was a lot. So you might feel depleted, and therefore you might feel like a little harder on yourself, because it's like, oh, well, I was doing so well a couple weeks ago. What's wrong now? Why am I regressing? You're not. You're not. Some of you made a big decision and you're sitting in a regret about it. You're questioning whether it was the right decision. This regret energy I'm feeling is also just more deeply rooted within whatever this situation is for you. Regret that you couldn't do something better than you did. Regret that you didn't have the tools for something that you did at that time. These are just all things I'm picking up on. You take what resonates, okay? Now, this Nine of Cups is such a beautiful card. It's such a, wish fulfillment. It is self-love. It is, I feel like the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles together, when they come out, I'm like, oh man, like self-sufficient and independent, very loving and opening to giving and receiving of love, but not deeply in need of it to validate our own worth, if that makes sense. The Nine of Cups in particular, I'm picking up on that. I'm picking up on an encouragement to meditate into, bear with me guys, meditate into the concepts of being so incredibly overflowing with love, whatever that means to you, right? Just the energy of love, the frequency of love, that people just can't help to be magnetized to you. And it's because you're not trying. What you do have control over is bringing it into yourself. Now, this Three of Cups is feeling a little weird, especially when I saw the Three of Swords. So some of you are actually dealing with some sort of a breakup, or, I don't do love readings or love healing specifically, guys. I just say what comes up. But some of you guys are going through a breakup and there was like a third party involved, or maybe there's a breakup and someone's like quickly going to the next person. And that is hurtful. That's for some of you. That could be for one of you, okay? What I'm also picking up on this Three of Cups, though, because there's a lot of threads coming in, is um, hmm, is the love that we can really receive from solid, solid kindred spirit friendships. And that for some of you, that is like your fuel right now. If you are feeling lonely, if you're having a hard time going into yourself to find that self-love, the encouragement is not to seek it out in a future partner, it's to seek it out in your community. Who are the people in your life, the close circle of friends, who could also be family, who knows, in your life, who you can rely on? You might have one is enough. Who you can rely on, who you can get ugly with, who you can pour out your cups towards, right? Good, bad, and ugly. There's something to be, this feels like an overflow, no pun intended with all the water jargon. This feels like an overflow from Cancer season. I think a lot of you really tapped into your emotions, and it kind of opened the floodgates a bit. That totally happens. I get it. I get it. Yeah, a lot of channeling in this one. This Nine of Cups is honestly what you're being asked to embody. And sometimes, guys, if that feels so difficult, sometimes we just need to kind of act as if in the beginning and kind of get our groove, get our flow. But it's not about putting up armor and going, I'm good, I got this, right? Because that's very resistant. Look at all of this flow. I mean, look at all that water. That's wild. With all the yellow too, solar plexus, quite interesting. So where are you resisting? You should be able to feel it physically when that's happening. And it seems like whatever this huge loss or heartache or something is what's kind of causing the stagnation, and you're being told like, hey, like it's time to let go. Okay, I never continue to look at the bottom of the deck, but Hierophant is next. Some of you are being encouraged to just deepen or return back to your spiritual practice. That is when we fully know that we're never alone, when we're just constantly in prayer, meditation, mindfulness, being present with source, with spirit, with God, with our higher self, with the universe. Yeah. All right, guys, let's tap in with your chakras. I will be shocked if I don't feel heart. Oh, a lot of crown. Holy smokes, what's going on? Okay, guys, yeah, crown was very overloaded. Heart was making me feel a little nauseous going down into the solar plexus. We've got a knot down there that we need to release and break up a stagnancy. Before we do that, though, I'm just really curious about this crown. So haven't done this visual with you guys in a while, but as we're clearing our crown, I want you to take a few breaths right into the top of your head and imagine that it's cracking open like an egg and yawning. Okay? Remember, we're not trying anything. That's you just bringing your breath into the area and giving it that visual. We're going to clear this little hornet's nest that I'm seeing in the crown. All that is that there's stagnancy, right? It's breaking things up so that you have that smooth line of communication coming down from the divine. So that we break it up, we clear it up, and now we have white crystalline light coming down smoothly, smoothly, smoothly. Things come through more clearly, like one thing at a time. in the energy of the Mercury retrograde coming up, guys, be very, very careful about assuming things. If you're starting to get into like mental rumination about something and there's someone that you could communicate about it to get more info, to clear the air, I encourage you to do that. Okay, like self-created hornet's nest, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you're thinking about a lot of things that, like, if you just were to have talked to this person, then you wouldn't have all that stagnancy. That's for some of you. Just saw 1212. Okay. To be honest, I think that whatever's going on up there is serving as a distraction from this heart solar plexus situation, which is a little more deeply rooted. So let's go to the solar plexus and just bringing some breath into your diaphragm, into the base of your ribs. Whew, guys, I just got a deep, deep feeling that some of you do not believe that you are lovable and or worthy of love. Some of you truly believe that. I'm so sorry. That is just not the case. Some of you might be feeling a little bit more into the martyrdom side of it. No, you know what? That's not right. Let me rephrase that. Some of you, I believe, deep down do have this lower, like, I am not lovable, I am not worthy of love, but on the surface, because you're very intellectual or practical, logical, you're super smart. Some of you, you're all smart. Some of you are very highly intellectual in picking up on. You have this deep root of I am not lovable, I am not worthy of love, but you're projecting yourself to the world of I am lovable, and so I'm actually gonna like I'm picking up on like anger here, which is stored in the solar plexus. Like, I am lovable, I am deserving, and you absolutely can get angry about that, but I think go even deeper. It's much deeper than unfairness, if that makes sense. This is a little cryptic, so I hope this makes sense to whoever this resonates with. Yeah, because I'm feeling like an energy of like projected blame, like a why me kind of thing. When, if you deepen into truly believing that you're worthy of love, don't put a picture on it like a love that looks like this, a person that looks like this. Just, you are worthy of love. Let me ask you this, if you resonate with this message. How is your ability to receive compliments, to receive gifts, to have someone pick up the check, to have someone do something for you that you might do for them? Is there an equal give and take there? And I'm not even just speaking to intimate relationships. I'm talking to strangers, I'm talking to friendships, family, whatever. Like, how does that feel in your body when someone gives you a compliment, when someone, you know what I'm saying. I won't repeat it all again. That's for someone. So there's something in that where there's a deeper layer, like logically, rationally, yes, I'm worthy of love, but deep down, you still don't believe it. In your body, you still don't believe it. There's something in your subconscious that you still don't believe it. I mean, this is coming up clear as day for some of you. If that is resonating, even if you're resisting with it a bit, if I say some of these things and it's hitting you in your body, I think for some of you, what could be super helpful is an outside perspective, and not just this. You know, we're not interacting, right? I'm really glad to support you, but you know, maybe some of you need to go into finding a therapist or a coach, or like I'm hearing professional help. And then right when I'm saying that, I'm feeling that some of you are getting a little resistant to that word, possibly triggered. If that's something that you're resistant to, that's fine. Okay? That's completely fine. No one can force you. It's always your choice. But let me throw out the idea that something like seeking out a therapist is incredibly courageous, and it also does not mean that you are necessarily going through a dark night of the soul, or that you have mental illness, or that you are in denial. Absolutely not. It's the opposite, because you're thinking of the willingness to try something new and to see what someone who is studied in this and can hold space for you and solely be there for you, what that can do. And what's interesting, and then I'm going to get off this thread because this is a strong one. What's interesting is then as I'm saying that, that in and of itself is self-love. You having an hour where a professional is listening to you and it's just about you, some of you are resistant to that. That's something that's deep, deep down. I'm just going to leave that. I'm going to leave that, and you just take that as you will, okay? Whew, I don't know who that was for. Maybe for a few of you. But I want to reiterate, like, I'm not talking about people who are going through huge mental illness issues or things like that. I'm talking about self-love. And this is the work that I do. I'm talking about self-love. And I'm just picking up on a very layered situation where, like, on the surface, we say these things. And because we're really smart, we can say them in a way where everyone's like, wow, they really know what they're talking about, and good journey, and oh, they're doing the work. And it's not to say you're not doing the work, but there is like so much more deep down. I think you know what I mean. I don't think I need to explain it anymore, so I won't. But let me tell you guys, I am here to tell you that you are so worthy of being loved. You are worthy of love. You are love. Absolutely all of you are the embodiment of love. Okay? And if this is specifically about like finding an intimate partner, I want to encourage you to journal about what love actually means to you. Possibly what were you taught love to be as a kid? Like, how did you see love through your parents, through your authority figures, through your siblings? I'm feeling huge pangs back here on this. And then what do you think love actually means? And then do you think that that's still true? Do you think it's realistic? Sometimes when we just write and our stream of consciousness goes, we can really come up with some profound healing for ourselves. Okay, but whatever this regret is, you guys, it's time to let go. It's time to let go of the negative self-talk if you're still doing it. It's time to let go of just sitting on, I wish I could have done it better. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I get this. I really, really understand this. But at some point, we have to break that resistance so that we can move forward and so that we won't repeat the pattern again. We need to make it so that this regret doesn't feel so familiar. All right. Feeling independent with yourself while also feeling like you have community to support you when you need it, and that you can choose to go back and forth from hermiting to being with them, to hermiting to being with them. When you feel like you're seeking too much external validation, go back inward. And when you feel like you're starting to possibly ruminate and get a little too much in your own thoughts, go out into community. Yeah? Huge spiritual healing in community. Okay, so we stuck with that solar plexus for quite some time. Does the heart have anything new to say? I mean, it was very related. Worthy of love, like it was all very heart-centered, but it was coming down from your power chakra. And like I said, some of you were really holding some anger in there. If you're holding a lot of anger in there, let's find some healthy anger outlets. Yeah, like exercise is the absolute best, you know, or like if you need to, you know, punch a pillow, scream in your car. You know, that's interesting when I said scream with all this blue in the throat chakra. That might actually be really beneficial for some of you, like a therapeutic, like sacred rage scream for some of you. Could be very cathartic and healing and help you to release something that's been in there for a bit, okay? Kickboxing, you know, anything that is a really nice, healthy outlet. Because don't you find it interesting that the energies of like anger and love can really teeter totter pretty quickly from each other? Like, you know, you've seen like intense relationships where they love hard and fight hard because it's so easy. They're both very passionate emotions, right? I'm hearing be patient and go with the flow as well. Okay. Again, more water jargon, I know. How interesting. 2 weeks ago, everything was all fire. Now we're all water. Leaving a water season, going into a fire season, I feel like the fire and the water collaborating right now is so beautiful when we can really access it to how it supports us. So, how are you with your emotions right now? How are you with your passions? Are you communicating well? How are you with the concept of love, with receiving, with giving? What does that even mean to you? It means something a little bit different to all people. But ask yourself again, if you were to journal on it, what did I learn? Is what I learned still true to me? Is it healthy even? Yeah, that's interesting. All right, interesting, guys. A lot of channeling on this one. Let's take a big old breath together. Yeah, I'm feeling like a third eye to throat release happening soon. Like some intuition's going to kick in and you're going to express yourself. Or you're going to let out a big scream and then all of a sudden your third eye's going to open and your intuition's going to go, boom, here's your truth. Just be gentle with yourself, okay, guys? But I do think that some of you need some sort of an anger or expression release that's going to help you to deepen into your truth more, deepen into your self-love more. So, final breath together. I think I'd like to focus on the solar plexus actually, and just continuing to deepen into healing that, expanding that. So we're going to take a breath in, and when we hold at the top, we're going to bring the color gold and yellow into our body like a honey color. And it's going to fill up every single inch of us, okay? Try not to work too hard. Really relax your body. Let's exhale and get all the air out. Inhale in through the nose. Hold at the top, feel the golden honey yellow color coming into your body, filling up your bloodstream, your cells, your bones, your muscle, your connective tissues. It's vibrating and dancing. Really feel it fill up every single crevice that it couldn't reach before. Feel it stir up, break things up that you do not need. We're holding on to something old that you do not need, that will not serve you, and it will not serve future relationships of all kinds. Wow. Let's exhale, push out what doesn't serve us. Whew. I love the messages that come up in our final breath. Guys. Wow. I mean, this full moon in Capricorn that we had recently was kind of like that final, like, it's time to let go of that really old thing. And we're still in the shadow of it. There's still time. It's not too late, you know? Let's lock your energy up nice and tight into your solar plexus chakra, guys. We're not putting on armor. We're not guarding. We're saying what's mine is mine, and what's not mine, kindly stay out. What does not serve me, I have the power to say no thanks. No thanks, guys. Wow. Whew. I hope you found this healing supportive, you guys. Apologies for the microphone taps here and there. Please do like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't joined this amazing community of beautiful souls yet. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how this resonated. This was a really intriguing one, or just send love out to everyone else like you guys do. Share with someone who you think it would support. And guys, speaking of Leo season, I have the Leo seasonal healing already out. If you haven't checked that out, please do. And soon we'll have some new elements coming out in August, element seasonal healing. So check those out. I already mentioned my memberships. All of my info is down below for my one-on-one work, from life coaching, deep dive work into self-love, spirituality. Wherever you're stuck in your life, I'm here for you. Intuitive energy healings, meditation, breath work, mindful movement, fitness, all the things that I bring into one container are my one-on-one immersions. And you can also book each of those things separately as well. My Reiki training, I was like, I knew there was more. My Reiki training coming up soon. The registration deadline is August 9th. It is a Reiki level 1 and 2 that's happening on August 24th and 25th. Virtual students are highly encouraged to attend. It is so profound virtually, equally so as in person. If you're interested in any of that, it's all on my website down below. Just tap on intuitive energy healings and you're going to find the Reiki trainings under there. Lastly, guys, thank you so much for your donations. If you'd like to support, you can either become a member, you can leave a super thanks down in the comments below, or I have links for donations as well in the description box if you have the means and you found this healing supportive. So guys, I love you so much. Be well, be kind to yourself, go with the flow of all this amazing water energy. It might feel kind of intense like a tidal wave right now, but allow it to take you and trust that you're going to be okay, because you are, and you're so incredibly worthy. Okay, guys, love you. I'll see you next time.